All right, here's some valuable notes for you, okay? These are just going to be random notes, but I appreciate Pot's ready to go over here. Acting is about doing. You got to be doing something. You know, what are you doing to get what you want? Same in your career. What are you doing to get what you want? Are you sitting around hoping that something will happen for you, or are you taking action? Nothing in life happens until they call action on the set, right? When they call action on the set, everything starts happening. When you call action in your life, that's when things start happening for you. But it's about doing. And the two main focuses that you need, where are you going to place your focus and what actions are you going to take? For a lot of actors, their only action is to try to do the scene right. They're not thinking about what's happening in the scene. They're thinking about what I, the actor, want. I want this job. I want to impress them. The character is doing something completely different, right? And we got to focus on what the character wants, not what the actor wants. I want you to get so used to telling the truth in your work that you can't not tell the truth. That's one of the things that I want you to practice. The more you practice in front of the camera at home, or the more you practice here, just get in the habit of telling the truth, so much so that you can't not tell the truth. You'll start monitoring yourself and saying, that's not true, okay? I really encourage you to always get the words down cold, okay? Really get the words so you don't have to think of them, okay? Right now, I'm not thinking of what I'm going to say or do. I have an intention, and then the words come out. But a lot of times for actors, they think about the words, and then they try to remember the words and try to say the words right, and they're not living. They're not telling any kind of truth. They're just spouting out the words. And people don't want to watch an actor act. They don't want to hear somebody reciting words. They want to see a person living. One of the things I like to do when I'm doing an audition is make sure I block the scene before I shoot it. I know where each character is, when I'm going to refer to them. If I'm going to use a prop, I make sure I practice when I'm going to use the prop, on what words. I don't want to have it sloppy. In advance, you can work all that out for effect, when you might use a prop, when I'm going to look, where I'm going to look. And once you figure all of that out, then jump in the scene and allow. Remember, I say it a lot of times, but it's true. It's not a performance, it's a person. It's a real living person. And if you want to make these scenes come alive, if you plan it all out in advance where you're going to look, then you don't have to think about those things. You can just live in the moment. Within the structure, you have freedom. When an actor is at ease, the audience will be at ease as well. When the actor is tense, then the audience will be tense. They'll be looking at the actor and saying, well, why are they so nervous? Why are they so tense? But when an actor is at ease, the audience will be as well, and then they can live in the moment. And when you, as the actor, don't know what you're going to say or do, the audience won't know what you're going to say or do. And then you're all living in the same moment. It takes a lot of guts to jump in not knowing what you're going to say or do. But actors, you got to have courage. It takes a lot of courage to be an actor in a scene. It takes a lot of courage to be an actor as a career. But we can't do it without courage. So just accept that you have to have courage and start practicing that more and more, to jump in not knowing what's going to happen. And that's the magic, and that's the joy. When you can find your connections to the characters you're playing, and they're truly coming from you in the moment, that's the joy. But when you go in and you say, I know how I'm going to play this, and I'm going to play it exactly that way. And then you go in and you try to execute that. In the middle of the scene, you go, well, that's not what I planned on doing. And now you're right in your head. Okay, well, my other line's coming up, and I'm going to say it this way. Oh, I forgot to do it this way. Oh, now I'm in my head even more, right? And we all do that. That's the way I used to work a lot. And when you do that, you're like this. You're tense. You're trying to survive. We want to live in the moment. And that only comes from having the guts and the courage to jump in and live moment to moment. Don't let the quality of your work be conditional. If you're trying out for a student film, you should put in the same amount of work as if you're trying out for Spielberg. And if you get used to chasing excellence in your work all the time, then when you get to see Spielberg, you're used to doing that kind of excellent work. You don't have to raise your standards. You don't have to raise the level of your work. You've been doing it all along. But when your work is conditional and you say, I don't even want to be on that show, well, don't even send in the tape. Don't even do the work. But if you're going to do it right. And do it right by going fully in, right? Go all the way in. We want a competitive advantage. And you get that competitive advantage by doing thorough work, not by doing in half-ass work, right? And if you put all the effort in every single time because you love to work, then people are going to want to work with you because you're bringing that kind of joy to the set. It's a choice. And don't make your choice conditional. I'll only do it if. I'll do it all the time because you love to act.